Hola, ¿qué tal? Bienvenidos a esta nueva edición de Noticias de los Misioneros del Verbo Divino del mes de febrero del 2024. Soy María Mesa. En esta edición les traemos noticias de Portugal, Filipinas, Ghana y la entrevista con el hermano Douglas Simonetti sobre el próximo capítulo general y la Lectio Divina mensual. Por favor, permanezca con nosotros. La provincia de Portugal celebra este año el 75 aniversario de su fundación. Le traemos la noticia preparada por el padre Charlie Bardaje, coordinador de comunicación de la provincia.
Os missionários do Verbo Divino vieram para Portugal em 1949 e faz, neste ano de 2024, 75 anos. A comunidade tem-se preparado para celebrar este jubileu e começámos há 3 anos, exatamente, com uma proposta à comunidade e o que se queria neste jubileu era celebrar quer o passado, fazer memória daqueles que foram a comunidade pioneira, celebrar o presente e também perspectivar um pouco o futuro. Em relação ao passado, pois a primeira ideia que tivemos foi de criar o arquivo da província. As nossas casas, entretanto, tiveram uma outra utilidade. Há muita documentação que é preciso reunir e então nós criamos em Lisboa o arquivo da província, que tem o nome de Padre Lúcio Brandão, que de certa maneira é uma homenagem também à comunidade fundadora. O Padre Lúcio faz parte da primeira equipa que chegou a Portugal e esse arquivo foi inaugurado pelo Padre Superior-Geral, o Padre Buddy Cleden, e estamos de facto já a guardar aquilo que é a nossa memória. Entretanto, nós propusemos à comunidade que este ano fosse um ano missionário.
Caminar en la dignidad, escuchar, soñar y actuar es el tema del mensaje del Papa Francisco con motivo de la Jornada Mundial de Oración y Sensibilización contra la Trata de Personas y la fiesta de Santa Josefina Vaquita, una monja sudanesa que siendo niña tuvo la traumática experiencia de ser víctima de la trata de personas. Para conmemorar este día, el padre Phil Filmar, coordinador de comunicación de Filipinas Sur, entrevistó al hermano Paul, que acompaña a las víctimas de la trata de seres humanos en Cebu.
Human trafficking has been a significant issue in the Philippines and is considered a crime against humanity. The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime defines human trafficking as the act of gathering, moving, receiving, or keeping human beings by threat, force, coercion, or deception for exploitative purposes. Brother Paul Boncaras, SVD, a Divine Word missionary assigned in the Philippine Southern Province, shared his experience related to human trafficking and how he became aware of this big problem.
I made a study on the street children for my masteral thesis. And then one of my discoveries when I made the study is that a good number of children walking around in the streets of Cebu City were children of those who are in prostitution. Then I learned that about the stories of those in prostitution, a good number of them were victims of human trafficking. This was in the early 70s. At that time, there was no law in the Philippines about human trafficking.
In an effort to deal with the problem, the Philippines passed Republic Act 9208, the Anti-Trafficking in Persons Act of 2003, a penal law against human trafficking, sex tourism, sex slavery, and child prostitution. This law was amended in 2012.
The first case of human trafficking in the country, not only in Cebu City, but in the country Philippines, happened here in Cebu City, and then the case was dismissed.
Brother Paul also laments that due to the potential dangers involved, there are times when there is a shortage of volunteers for the ministry. For the Divine Word Missionaries, they collaborated with faith-based and non-governmental organizations to give trainings and awareness sessions. There is also a regular program for Bible sharing with people involved in human trafficking.
And then related with that one, because this human trafficking is connected with the problem of HIV. So any HIV activity, also every year, they are there sharing of successes, the different groups. So we do sharing of successes like this one. So that's yearly.
Brother Paul relates with hope that with many activities in store for the year 2024, we can still do more.
La polio sigue siendo una realidad en muchos países de África como Ghana, donde cada año se registran cientos de casos. La lucha contra esta enfermedad, especialmente entre los niños, ha sido siempre una de las prioridades de los misioneros del Verbo Divino en Ghana. El padre Rex Baby, director del Centro de Comunicación, y su equipo visitaron recientemente el Centro de Formación Ortopédica OTC de la SVD en Adoaigari.
Upon arrival in Ghana in 1961, the late brother Socios, the writer SVD, saw how polio was making both children and adults disabled. In his quest to make them walk again, started the Orthopedic Training Center OTC for the SVD at Adoaigiri in Ghana. The OTC extended its services to other parts of the country via its mobile units. Thousands of children as well as adults have benefited from OTC. Simply put, they can walk again. It has been Brother Tarsicius' dream to open up branches in all the regions to reduce the trouble for poor parents who have to travel long distances with their handicapped children to the main center at Adoaigiri in Sawam. This dream was realized as the first OTC branch at Walwale was inaugurated on the feast day of St. Arnold Jackson.
El equipo de formación SVD se reunió en Roma para finalizar la Ratio Formationis Generalis, SVD. El Consejo General ha aprobado el documento que da los principios generales y básicos de la formación en la Sociedad del Verbo Divino. El padre Ambu, secretario general para la formación y educación, expresa su satisfacción por el trabajo.
We need to have qualified formators in order to bring out qualified formandi and qualified confreres with dedication and commitment. And that is what we are trying to do in all the zones. And that is also one of the purposes of the Ratio Formationis Generalis, which we have just developed.
The document is already almost finished, no?
Almost ready, yeah. But we also would like to have certain amount of consistency in all our formation houses. For example, what are the type of formation our formandi undergo in AFRAM should be similar to the formation program that our formandi undergo in ASPAC or in Europe. In that way, we would like to bring about a kind of a balance in the formation program in all the formation houses.
SVD Social Laicos. 39 socios laicos de la SVD de diferentes países se reúnen en Nemi para un taller. Esta es la segunda edición después de la primera, que también se organizó en Nemi hace 6 años.
No paraíso perdido do mundo e dos corações, a luz do Verbo Divino, trazendo sentido às nações, a voz do além nos chamando para colaborar na missão de construir desde agora o reino da libertação. Fiéis e criativos, discípulos de Jesus, no mundo ferido brilhe aos outros nossa luz. Família arnaldina, verbitas de coração, em Deus unitrino a fonte da comunhão.
In our first biblical reflection, the focus was on the theme, Your Light. Today, we dwell on the second part of the biblical text, Must Shine. Your light must shine is more than a simple encouragement or a motivational cliche. It has the character of an imperative phrase. The choice of the modal verb must in our translation expresses the semantic content of the imperative mood of the Greek word lampo in Matthew 5:16. Necessity has been placed on our shoulders. Our existence is intertwined with the light we give. Simply put, we exist to emit light. This biblical understanding is a guide to our ad intra and ad extra religious missionary choices. The shining of the light must begin first in our religious communities and then spread to the world beyond. When our communities are lit with love for one another, we become a city set on a hill. And in responding with good works to the shrill cries emerging from the dungeons created by unjust socio-economic and political systems in our world, we fulfill our destiny. Ignited by the light of Christ, we choose to run into darkness and not away from darkness. Inflamed with His compassion, we respond to challenges and do not shy away from them. The unfolding vocation narrative of each confrere is God's answer to someone's prayer. We live no longer for ourselves, but for Him who is the light. Your light must shine is a divine command to every divine word missionary. Onward we go. His life is our life, and His mission, our mission.
Te damos gracias, Dios uno y trino, tú das luz, eres luz, inspiras luz. Contemplamos con nuestro fundador San Arnoldo Jansen, cuán misericordioso es el amor de Dios que ha abierto la luz de mis ojos, y ahora debo iluminar a otros también. Ilumínanos para reconocer las heridas que necesitan sanación Inspíranos a ser fieles en nuestra vocación y a ser discípulos creativos en nuestra misión. Mientras nos preparamos para el próximo capítulo general, acompáñanos en nuestro caminar juntos. Bendice a cada miembro de la familia arnoldina. Santísima María, Madre del Verbo, ayúdanos a profundizar nuestro compromiso con Jesús, tu Hijo, que nos dice: tu luz debe brillar delante de los demás. Amén.
De cara al capítulo general. Una serie de entrevistas es organizada en el Generalato en Roma con los miembros del Consejo General y algunos oficiales del Generalato. Hoy nos habla el hermano Douglas Simonetti, entrevistado por el padre Modeste Nemi, el coordinador general de comunicación.
We have to look to the brothers with the awareness that the brothers' vocation enriches the church and the mission, especially the society. The brothers' vocation enrich the society in which aspect? The fraternity and the brotherhood, because to be a brother is a gift from God, is a vocation that is gifted by God, and call to the brotherhood and fraternity. So when you look to the wounded world, so many aspects in the underworld, situations, realities that is needed, the fraternity, brotherhood, and solidarity. I believe that as a brothers, we can envision the pastoral activities and work, the apostolate of the brother. Because in the beginning of the congregation, we had the brothers very focused in the manual work, the contribution to their professionalism. Until today, we're still talking about brothers as a professional.
Puedes seguir toda la entrevista en nuestro canal de YouTube. Gracias por seguir las noticias de los misioneros del Verbo Divino. Nos vemos el mes que viene. Por favor, suscríbase a nuestro canal de YouTube. Soy María Mesa. Hasta la próxima.